All right, here we are. You've been to Dr. Weaver's office and he told you you got something wrong with your rotator cuff. Maybe you injured it, maybe it's just weak, maybe you got bursitis, but he told you you need to strengthen your rotator cuff. And most likely he gave you a rubber band and showed you some exercises. Or maybe he's even having you watch this video, but with this video, you can be at home and do those exercises. So if Dr. Weaver, let's just scrap that. If I told you you need to strengthen your rotator cuff, then you need to strengthen your rotator cuff, so let's do it. You take that rubber band that I gave you, whatever color it is, and you tie it to something stable. Maybe it's your door, maybe it's a bedpost, maybe it's a weight rack, whatever you have that's stable, that's not going to pull away. There are 4 muscles in the rotator cuff. We're going to do 3 different exercises that works all 4 muscles, and I want you to do 4 sets of 10 repetitions with each exercise. We're going to go from one to the next, and then rotate through. So we're going to start out with internal rotation. With internal rotation, you've got it tied to something. You've got a grab hold on your hand here. You keep your elbow up against your side. One of the mistakes people make is they let their elbow go out wide. We want the elbow locked in, locked right to your side, because all we're doing is rotating around the shoulder. We're not using the deltoid, we're just rotating because it's the rotator cuff. The closer you grab to where you have it anchored, the stronger it's going to be. The farther away you grab, the lighter it's going to be. You go at your resistance level that works initially and then work up from there. So lock that elbow into the side, and all we're going to do is 4 sets of 10 of internal rotation. We're coming across your body and then back. Slow in both directions. Keep your elbow at your side. Do not let it whip you back across. That is not correct. You have to go slow in both directions. So you go across and back. That's number 3. Steady as we go. Slow in both directions. 4. We're doing 10. 5. Concentrate on this part of your shoulder. 6. 7. This is working a muscle called the subscapularis. It's on the inside part of your collarbone, of your shoulder blade. Slow and steady as we go. Let's do one more for good measure. Steady in, steady out. Now, the second exercise is the opposite of that. So if you're doing your right arm, you're going to turn around this way and do it this way. I'm going to show you with my left arm so you can see it better. Again, elbows locked into the side. Arms in the front, and this one is external rotation. It's the opposite movement. We're just going to turn out against it with the elbow locked in, slow in both directions as far as you can go, and then back for 1. Back out for 2, and back for 2. Breathe in and exhale. Concentrate on your breathing as you're doing this. This is working 2 different muscles in your rotator cuff. It's working infraspinatus and teres minor, muscles that are on the back side of your shoulder blade. Slow in both directions and back in. We're just coming steady across. We're working concentrically and eccentrically as we go. Stable on your feet, steady as we go. If it feels like it's getting too much, grip out a little bit further or get a little bit closer to the post. And then back. That is 2 of the exercises. The third exercise is called the empty can. Now, you can use your band, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a dumbbell on the empty can. If you have a dumbbell at home, if you're going to use your band, what you do is you lay your band on the ground, you step on your band and you hold it this way. But if you have a dumbbell, you're going to hold the dumbbell in your hand and you're going to turn it over like you have a can of soda in your hand and you're pouring it out. So this is the starting position. And you're coming up, elbow slightly bent, up to parallel with the ground. You're not going above parallel with the ground, and you're right back down to your side. Slow in both directions. And you want to be at a 45-degree angle. So if this is straight ahead and that's straight to the side, you're right in the middle. I'm going to turn just a little bit and you're going to see the angle. 3. Back down to the side. This is working the muscle that's on the top. It's called supraspinatus. It is the one that is usually injured. So this exercise may be more difficult than the other ones. And if it is, then you either start with a lighter weight or a lighter band, or if it's too difficult, just do it with nothing in your hand. Turn your hand over, thumb facing down, right back up to parallel to the ground and back. Do not go above parallel because you're pinching supraspinatus, and don't let it whip you down. So steady as we go up and right back down. We're doing 4 sets of 10. Once you've done your 10th rep on this, let's put the dumbbell back up. Let's go back to the band. We're gonna go back to where we started. Internal rotation, 4 sets of 10. This is set number 2 of internal rotation. Again, it is working the rotator cuff and working the strength of the rotator cuff. The rotator cuff is a muscle that is responsible for stability of the shoulder. It's not a big, strong group of muscles. It's not like the deltoid or the biceps or the trapezius. It is a stabilizer muscle. And we do lightweight, light resistance, but we do it every day so we can maintain strength and stability. Now we're gonna turn the other way. I'm gonna go ahead and turn with this one so you can see it from the back side. Same thing here, we're going external rotation and across. 4 sets of 10. Keep your elbow at your side the entire time. It's important that we work all 4 muscles of the rotator cuff as we're doing this. It's usually 1 or 2 of the muscles that are inflamed or injured, but we want to work the group together. If you have a particular tear in a rotator cuff muscle, let's say if you've torn your supraspinatus, but if you're able to strengthen the infraspinatus, the teres minor, and the subscapularis, then you might be able to recover pretty much full strength. So you focus on the muscles that you can gain strength on. If you can do all 3 of these exercises, then you do all 3. This is my second set of 10. We're on number 4. Again, slow in both directions for 5. Breathing as you go. 6. If it's too strong, too much. 7. Do it without the dumbbell or do a lighter weight dumbbell. 8. 9. And 1 more for 10. It is probably a good idea to work both sides. Maybe you only have an injury on one side and we focus on that one side in our appointment. But keeping both sides of the rotator cuff strong is very important and valuable. So we're on our last set, 3rd set, internal rotation, 10 reps. 1, 2, working subscapularis. Elbow at the side, rotating at the shoulder. 3. Breathing as we do it. 4. I like to concentrate on the muscle group. Make sure we're doing the technique right. We don't want to go too fast. We're not trying to lift too heavy. We're concentrating on this. For pitchers or throwing athletes, this is critical. I try to encourage pitchers or throwing athletes to do these all season long on a regular basis, where you're having issues or not. If you're able to do these on a regular basis as a throwing athlete, or really as anybody, you're much less likely to have injury. This is external rotation. Again, I'm showing you with the left shoulder. It's nice to do it on both sides. 3. Stable in your feet. 4. Elbow at the side locked in for 5. Breathing as we go. 6. And 1 more. 10. Now, last set. Plane of the scapula. Some people call it empty can. Remember, arms over, thumbs facing down. You're emptying out the can. You're going level with the floor and back down, slow in both directions. 45 degrees from the front. 3, 4, breathing as we go. 5, stable in your feet. Try not to lean one way or the other and aggravate your back. Let's finish it off. Good technique. And 10. 3 sets, 10 repetitions, 3 exercises. Internal rotation, external rotation, plane to the scapula. Working the rotator cuff every day. You got the exercises. This video has been going 10 minutes and 50 seconds. So you can knock out that routine in 10 minutes every day. Keep the rotator cuff strong, keep it from being a recurrent problem, and get over the problem you're having now. And that's why we make the most of every opportunity. And we mow everywhere we go.